Okay, we're now in the Sony Ophelia booth where we're looking at the, basically, we're checking out the Ophelia. This was announced last year in 2022, it's gonna be 2023 CES, and the car looks like it's getting close to that production. We can see that they are now letting people in the actual car to kind of get a check out to see what it looks like. Looks very unique. The nice thing about it is the fact that it has that huge display across the front dashboard. And then of course the materials that are made in there that stand out really well. We're gonna try to see if we can hop in and check it out. Okay, so it looks like they're only letting pre-registered guests get into the vehicles to check them out. Not sure exactly how that happened, but it won't be me today. I'll try to see about maybe trying to register online to get a nice view of it from the interior tomorrow. But overall, this car is expected to be a pretty good, hit for Sony and Honda as a joint venture. We just don't know, as of right now, we don't know if it's going to be one of those cars that, really takes off and revamps the EV space, or if it's going to be anything different. So Bosch has been around. How long have y'all been doing, like the parts themselves? How long have y'all been providing them?
More than 140 years.
140 years.
Yes.
Wow. So how is this evolution for you? Like, I know AI as being a big positive thing. Is that some things that y'all are adding into some of your components?
So I'm an engineer, so I have to be careful. I don't speak about AI, I speak about ML.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Machine learning, I get it. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay.
It's definitely an evolution that we have to integrate in all products.
Okay.
Okay. And so our former CEO gave us also the task some years ago that all Bosch products have to include ML-based components.
Okay.
And this is what we're doing right now. You cannot do that for everything at, let's say, at the same time, but we are integrating ML components basically, I would say, more and more in all the products.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I love the display. The display does show you a lot of like components that I didn't even know you guys made, which is pretty cool, especially around like the hydrogen tank pumps and the fuel cells and everything else that kind of dives into a different technology that most people aren't really aware of.
And probably, what you're most not aware of is that we are doing our own semiconductors.
Ah, nice.
So all the chips, not all the chips, but most of the chips we use, for instance, in our inertial sensors, or the chips that we use for, I would say, the analog driving of all the components you see on the chassis side, so EBS, APS, the kind of stuff, or silicon carbide, for instance, for the inverter, for the EVs. We manufacture that ourselves. We have our own design and semiconductor manufacturing sites.
Okay.
And we are one of two part suppliers that have actually from the semiconductor up to the complete components.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, my company that I work for, we're a Bosch distributor. So we work but we do a lot of things around the camera infrastructure side and some of the other components around that. But this is definitely something that, I'm pretty sure we've had some requests on in the past.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But thanks for your time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Your name again?
I'm Cyril.
Cyril, nice to meet you, sir.
It was nice to meet you, Jamo.
Yeah, appreciate it. You have a good day.
Have a good CES.
You too. So I wanted to just take some time to say thanks to Sarah Hill. There was a very good interview just really quickly on what Bosch is doing. Some of the stuff I had no idea when it comes to car components, that they are one of the biggest manufacturers and one of the biggest suppliers to pretty much every car manufacturer in the world. So that's it for Bosch. Let's move on to the next one.
We'll show you a video of the vehicle while
Hello everyone, and please join us here at 11 o'clock in 5 minutes for our sustainable energy presentation. We'll be doing it right here at the diorama. Please do join us in 5 minutes at 11 o'clock for our sustainable energy presentation right here at the diorama.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. So I want you guys to just get an idea of what it looks like when you're in the CES or any kind of trade show like this, whether it be an international car show, New York Auto Show, LA Auto Show, Chicago, wherever it might be, right? You will see, typically, not necessarily all the car shows, here you see a lot of the innovative technologies that are being built in, everything from, camera systems to innovative matrix light systems to new software that's designed to give you, a total and better experience overall. So that's a good plus, right? So we start talking about, what you can see in the future when it comes to automotive technologies. Some of the stuff, of course, you're going to see the two-letter word, the AI, right? Or machine learning, ML. And those are definitely things that you're going to see that make sense in an updated automotive system. So just checking this out. I wanted you guys to see firsthand what it looks like at CES. I'm looking for specific vehicles to possibly be here. Some of these are concepts that we'll never see because they're mostly showcased and sold overseas, whether it be China, Europe, one of the two markets there. But as we kind of go through some of these other concepts you'll see, they're pretty unique. And this is a Kia. I've seen this online, and it's kind of like a delivery service van, but it can also be used for other things like marketing. So it actually has a built-in display on there. That what you're seeing is actually a screen. But look at the concept here as it shows that you can remove this piece or a trailer, right? And you can actually detach it, and it pulls it off, and then you could put on your other housing. So a really cool concept. Let's see if we got some more images of it. And we kind of see there's a structure build on that side for like a work van. We have the PV7, which I believe, this is also another work van, another alternative to something like you would see from the Rivian's vans that they use, EV vans used by Amazon and a few other delivery services. Walmart actually, I think, just invested as well. Now here's one that's more of a passenger van concept. Let's see if I can get a little closer on this one. This is pretty cool. You can see right here, maybe it's like a taxi. So you got your digital plate in the back, shows you your charging state when you're charging. Beautiful LEDs. Sorry, Al. And then there's your interior. Once again, single driver, no passenger up front. Like I said, it looks like it's more so for taxi service. Let's go around to the front here. And you can see how it's actually being integrated in. It's a smaller version. That looks like, I'm not sure, would it be maybe a small robo-taxi. And then here's your delivery service van here. More or less looks like maybe food delivery. And if you think that Kia is not thinking about bringing something like this out, I guarantee you, this is on their market, right? This is something that they're looking to build and bring to the States eventually. Based on the size of them though, I would say that definitely be city vehicles. So something that you might see in major cities, New York, LA, Chicago, Miami, you know, Dallas, Texas, you know, places where you have limited space of moving around. Here's a flying car concept. Put that in your driveway. This thing is unique. It's got sorry. All right, we're at the Mercedes-Benz booth, and it seems like they never disappoint with their concepts. I love the design this year. It looks really very modern and chic, and it looks like we got a couple EV concepts up front. Let's see what this is. Yeah, that's actually really cool. So the Mercedes logo, we'll go around and see if we can get inside. You can see the roof is illuminated, so once again, it's a panel, solar panel roof. I'm not sure if it's, yes it is, actually it is see-through, so it's translucent, so you can actually see through in there. And then as we go around, see if we can get the back of it. Sorry. And this is the Concept CLA. I was curious if that was. You can actually see right through the back. That is an awesome view. So we know what a concept, it's not going to look like this in general, but that dash could necessarily truly be what's being used in the next CLA. But I would definitely say that the seats and in the rear part of it, that's probably not going to be full, you know, production. But looking at it from this point of view, it's actually really cool. Oh, here's VinFast. Last year, VinFast had a huge booth because they were launching themselves into the American market. And this year, it's a lot more consolidated. But there's the VF9 Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse edition. Kind of unique looking. And then, of course, their new concept, which I think is actually going to be in production, is the pickup truck. But before we get there, I'm going to go ahead to the VF3. So it's I don't know what I would call this, but it's like a micro city car. It almost looks like a crossover, but very unique. See if I can go around to the back of it. So yeah, it does have that traditional VinFast look. You know, just so you guys know, VinFast has had a little bit of a hard time coming into the States. They've had a few issues with some vehicles. Most of the issues they've resolved with software, so that's a good thing. Last year, I did not sit in the VF9. I sat in the VF8 and had a test drive, which if you guys haven't already checked it out, please go ahead and check it out online. But let's just see if there's anything that's changed inside here. Looks about the same. Yeah, they did do a very good job with the way its design looks. The only thing I don't like about it, I don't like that single dash panel. I know it's what Tesla has kind of coined as the way EVs should look, being simplistic. But I mean, it's not for everybody. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm not a big fan of it, but at the same time, I feel like it's different, but it gets boring. Now here's the Wild, and nice truck concept, short bed. So definitely be something that's just going to compete against some of the other EV trucks on the market. It looks like it has the same nice interior though. I like the color, that bronze and gray trim, and then of course it's got the same center dashboard screen. Looks like there's another screen on that side, so I can get around to the side. There's your front end. Come around to the side. Let's see if we can get a better view inside. There's the suicide doors. Get a little side profile there. So to be honest, I think that the design language is actually really pretty good. I think it has a nice look to it. It's definitely not going to be the most comfortable truck, I think, for rear passengers. It's definitely on the smaller side. I'm thinking there's a trunk in the truck bed because interior space is very much limited, so you have an issue there. But you know, VinFast Wild, I think it's a good name. Stands out to me. The front end does have a very unique design. I like the way it looks. All right, here's something that you may not have seen. If you're looking at the screen at the very top of there, that is a combination of LiDAR and radar, and also the camera systems combined. So you can actually see a little bit of everything. So this company right here is basically what's being put into a lot of these driverless taxis. You can see up here where you've got, you know, a little system up there. Now, granted, we've seen some issues where it doesn't fit in certain cities. I think going to larger cities was probably a mistake for some companies. Hashtag Chevy the Cruise. I think that was kind of a bad part for them to start in San Francisco. I think they should have picked a little bit smaller city to do a test site in, but I understand why they did that. A few more advanced camera systems here that we're looking at for, you know, like the mobile taxis and some of the other innovations that you see out here. This is an ID Buzz. It looks like it is the US version, so it is the extended ride, because you do have the seating in there. It looks like it's for 6. But of course, I think you can get up to 7 passengers depending on seating. So the Buzz is soon to be hitting the streets in the States here. It was supposed to be last year. They decided to, you know, change it, and they pushed it back till 2024. So it'll be late 24. We'll see the Buzz on the streets in the States. You can already purchase one now, though. And then they're doing the same thing here with a Polestar 4. There's a little Honda e-bike, or scooter, whatever you want to call it. There's a couple Honda concepts here. There's the van concept here, but the one that made the most news is this guy right here. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. That angle right there is probably the best angle I think I've seen. Just very sleek, modern, very futuristic. Never going to see the production daylights, but boy, what a concept it is. No B-pillar whatsoever. And we come around to the back. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. See if we can get a good shot from the interior.
To have this for the door.
So it looks like on the back of the headrest are integrated screens. It's a very unique look. And there you go. So, yeah. So that, guys, is something that I'm gonna tell you, we're not gonna see that as a production vehicle whatsoever. But the Honda Saloon concept is by far the showstopper. This is the best in show when it comes to concept vehicles in this show. And of course, we look over here at the van version of it.
So what it is that they're in 2026.
You can see around the back. And this is the Space Hub. So still a very unique design. It has that, look at that interior. So the Space Hub probably has actually a little bit more of a chance to get built. They want to be very futuristic, but very conscious that we're going to pull elements out of each one of those product lines or each one of the concept vehicles into the full production.